sure your springs have been sprung right with our $99 garage door tune-up special. I can't keep providing these discounts forever, so don't wait, call now.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan.
So I didn't think I needed Swiffer until I saw how easily it picked up my hair every time I dried it. It only takes a minute. Look at that. The heavy-duty cloths are extra thick for amazing trap and lock, even for his hair. Wow. And for dust, I love my heavy-duty duster. The fluffy fibers trap dust on contact. Up high and all around without having to lift a thing. I'm so hooked. Swiffer, so wow, so worth it.
Now at noon, cheers of support outside of a Miami federal courthouse as former President Donald Trump surrenders to authorities over his alleged mishandling of classified documents. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Sandra Mitchell. And today for Lou Parker, Trump was booked less than an hour ago ahead of his arraignment on 37 criminal federal charges.
This is something that no other former U.S. president has faced before. KTLA 5's Pedro Rivera live now in the newsroom with the breaking details. Pedro?
Glenn, it is certainly history. Right now, hundreds are still gathered outside of Miami Federal Courthouse, where former President Donald Trump has been arrested on 37 federal counts. At this hour, we know that Trump, his lawyers, and special counsel Jack Smith are in the courtroom, with Smith sitting right behind prosecutors as you're taking a look at images from in front of that downtown Miami Federal Courthouse. Now, reporters were not allowed to bring their phones into the courtroom, and the judge also banned video and audio devices. So information is coming out little by little. We are waiting for sketches to possibly come out soon, but we are getting our first glimpse of the former president as he made his way to the courthouse. Take a look at these. These are photos snapped of the former president giving a wave to supporters who came here to rally behind Trump. In the hours leading up to this afternoon's arraignment, Trump took to Truth Social. We want to share those words with you. Trump sent two messages to his supporters this morning. The first one writing, "One of the saddest days in the history of our country. We are a nation in decline." He went on to send a following message reading, "On my way to the courthouse, witch hunt, MAGA." Now, we do want to show you video of that motorcade as it made its way along from Miami, Trump National, Doral, Miami. These are images here. We also got a glimpse from inside of the motorcade to give you a better view of what it looks like traveling with the former president. You can see that there was a heavy security blocking off roads and clearing the way for Trump to make the 30-minute trip from Trump National, Doral, Miami to that courthouse. That video should be coming up soon. As you see here, again, more of the motorcade. Once again, Trump arrived. He and his lawyers entered the courthouse through an underground garage where we believe he was fingerprinted, but no mugshot was taken. Inside of the courtroom, we are expecting him to plead not guilty to all 37 federal charges over the mishandling of classified documents. Outside of the courtroom, we have seen those rallies. A lot of red hat MAGA supporters there, as you see, in support of the former president, as hundreds have descended to the federal courthouse in downtown Miami. Donald Trump's spokesperson spoke with reporters just outside of the courtroom and laid out the case for the former president as Trump has been arrested. Alina Habba called this case politically motivated.
From the Russia hoax to the attorney generals to the corrupt DAs in Georgia and New York, and now this. The people in charge of this country do not love America. They hate Donald Trump. What we are witnessing today is the blatant and unapologetic weaponization of the criminal justice system.
Habba went on to say the former president had the power to declassify classified documents. That will likely be the argument made by his attorneys in the courtroom when this gets underway. We do know from the unsealed documents that we have seen so far that there were at least 17 top secret papers in those boxes, which were stored in a ballroom and even a bathroom at Mar-a-Lago. So bringing you back out now to the newsroom here, we're going to